Hello everyone, my name is Mikey and I'm a student ambassador at the University of Northampton, and today I will be talking about how the university has supported us as students during lockdown. Now the first thing I wanted to mention was regarding the campus and the accommodation. Now campus has been made much safer with coronavirus, so there's things like hand sanitizer bottles that are distributed around. Social distancing measures are put in place. For example, on the stairwells you keep to the left, and then if you're coming down you keep to the left as well. All the lifts tend to be one person at a time. In terms of the actual university itself, so for example the Creative Hub and the Learning Hub, all communal spaces have again been maintaining social distancing. So usually it's one person to a table, or sometimes two if it's a larger table. There's one-way signs distributed all around the university, so it's nice and easy. You know, of course, no one wants to be walking into a building not really knowing where they're going, but luckily you've got signs on the floor, signs on the walls, so you know exactly where you should be going. In terms of the library services, the university has converted to e-books and a click and collect service, which basically means that you can get a book online, so you can get an e-book printed to either a laptop or a phone, or if not, then you can go and complete the click and collect service. You can pick up a book, which is then quarantined when you return it to make sure it's safe for the next student to use. In terms of other things, there's self-service desks that are available, so you can still go into the university and talk to members of staff. There's also online student support as well, so if you are struggling with things like perhaps anxiety, or you're feeling a bit lonely at your university, there are student support services available for you. Whether you are isolating, you can do online services, or you can do drop-in services as well to go and have a face-to-face chat with someone, which personally I tend to prefer. In terms of lectures and the way that studying is now working, the majority of lectures are now online. There are still some face-to-face sessions. I think the university do try and make sure you have a minimum of 2 hours a week, which I think is quite helpful, just to have a chat face-to-face with a member of staff. In terms of the online lectures themselves, they're very interactive, so you can use things like polls, or you can talk, you can have your camera on, and the lecturers try and make sure that you are getting involved as much as possible, because of course your learning is there, what they're there for. In terms of coronavirus itself, now the university do offer free tests for coronavirus. If you do have symptoms and you're worried, or perhaps members of family at home are worried, you can go and get a test to make sure that you either don't have it, or in the unlikely event that you do have it, the university sends you a care package when you're isolating. So of course you isolate for 10 to 14 days if you have coronavirus. The university do provide food and drink and things like that for you while you are isolating, which again is a very helpful thing. And the last point I'd like to mention is in terms of the accommodation buildings, they are constantly cleaned. The residential life team here walk around the campus on a daily basis, so they'll might come and have a chat with you, just check you're okay. But like I say, the campus is cleaned regularly. All the hallways, all the stairwells and things like that are cleaned. You're simply just responsible for your own flat if you live on campus. And that's about it really. But yeah, like I say, in terms of being here during lockdown, to be honest, I know a lot of people would say that university is perhaps a bit of a struggle during lockdown, but personally for me and a lot of the people that I talk to, the university has made it just as easy as what I'd have liked.